Hello everyone, this is Graham Lee. Today I'm going to talk about how to perform some basic functions in Excel. Before the start, I want to talk about why I'm giving this presentation. So, Excel is very commonly used these days, especially in business career. Um, Given the knowledge I have gained in 1 year of learning of Excel, I know how to perform some basic functions and even some complicated functions. So the ultimate goal of this presentation is to let all of you capable of using the basic functions so you know how to analyze data in Excel. And all you need for this presentation is a laptop or a PC with downloaded Excel of version 2019. So let's get started. So the functions we are looking for today are sum, average, max, and min. Sum function by definition is basically a function that calculates the sum of two or more variables. Average function is a function that calculates the average value of two or more variables. Maximum and minimum function are the functions that finds the maximum value and minimum value of a given set of data. So after knowing the basic definitions of these functions, let's look at their formulas of how we actually perform them. So by performing the formulas, uh, by performing these functions in Excel, we need to type in the correct formula. So for sum function, the formula is equals sum, and in the parentheses, we want to put in the numbers that we want to find the sum value of. For the average, we do the same thing but change the function name to average. And in the parentheses, we also put in the numbers that we want to find the average value of. For the max and the min function, we put in equals max and equals min. In the parentheses, we put in the set of data that we want to locate the maximum and minimum value. So here are the references where I look up the function definitions and function formulas. So let's move on to a sample spreadsheet. So here's a spreadsheet that contains a company's sales data, where in column A you can see the customer name, and column C the items they bought, column F total amount due, and column H monthly payment. So it is the column H that we want to focus on today, and we want to take a closer look to analyze these data in column H. So in the small table on the right side below, we can see in the second row total monthly payment. So by calculate the total monthly payment, we want to perform a sum function. So by typing equals sum, where you can see it pops up a bunch of functions. So it is the first one that we want to use, so we just press tab, and you can see that it wanted us to put in some numbers. So by just typing the numbers, there's a much easier way to do this, where you just left click the first set of data and then drag it down to the last data, where you can see there's a range of data where it shows H5 to H13. It will automatically put in there, and then you just press enter, where you can see total monthly payment would be 173.11, which is exactly the same as shown in row 14. For the average monthly payment, we want to perform a average function, so we type in equals average and then press tab. We do the same thing by putting the set of data and then press enter, where we can see 19.23 is the average monthly payment. For the maximum monthly payment, we want to type in equals max and press tab and then put in the data. Press enter, we can see 43.03 is the largest monthly payment. And minimum monthly payment, we put in the function equals min. We press tab and then put in the set of data. Press enter, we can see 8.23 is the lowest monthly payment. So hopefully after this small practice that you all know how to perform these functions correctly. So one thing that I want you all to avoid is don't mess up the definitions, especially don't mess up the formulas of these functions. Where you can see when we perform the sum function, there are a bunch of functions pop up. So hopefully in the future we will learn all these functions. You don't mess them up. Okay, so that's pretty much about today's presentation. Thank you.